Hi, this is Gordon Duff with Veterans Today TV. Online with me today are Raja Mujtaba, our editor in Islamabad, Pakistan, and his website is opinionmaker.com with a hyphen in the middle. And I'm on with Ken O'Keefe in Gaza, one of our staff writers, activist, and both are good friends, of course. Ken, what's the mood like in Gaza today? What are they seeing as the fallout on, especially the massive demonstrations in Cairo?
Well, it's a very rainy, stormy day today, actually, and so there aren't as many people out on the streets as there probably would be, I imagine. But I'm sure everyone here is very much thinking the same thing, that this long, ongoing blockade is getting as close to ending as it's been since it started 4 years ago.
Raja, how about Pakistan? How are the people in Pakistan viewing the situation in Egypt?
Gordon, in Pakistan, the people are keeping a very keen eye on Egypt and Tunisia, and today there has been some problem in Jordan also. The King of Jordan has also dissolved his cabinet. So it means the things are not going smooth there also now, because people are uprising almost everywhere. And the government in Pakistan is also fearful of this thing, although they do not admit it. But one thing that we were discussing on the television talk show here yesterday, in which I was one of the panelists, that if al-Baradi takes over, then this will mean no change for the people of Egypt and people of Gaza. Only if Islamic Brotherhood comes into power, they are the ones who are going to open the borders for the people of Gaza, and then they have a smooth going in and going out, and the relief activity and whatever the goods have to pass through, they're allowed to pass. But then the other thing is, how will Israel react if Brotherhood takes over and they open the borders for people in Gaza? That is a question mark.
Well, one of the things we've had happen here, we've had one National Guard unit deployed to Sinai, supposedly as UN peacekeepers, deployed in an unscheduled way, which is a concern. Plus, we've had rumors that with the withdrawal of the Egyptian army and police from Sinai, that Israeli forces are prepared to enter Sinai in what they call a security operation in an attempt to secure all of Gaza. We haven't seen a move like this, but frankly, we also have no news of any kind other than Al Jazeera coming out of the region. Ken, what are the rumors like on the ground there? Is anyone fearful of an Israeli incursion? I think we've lost Ken here, it looks like. Raja, while we've got Ken in and out with the communication problems out of Gaza and Egypt, let's take a second and talk about the problem with the American diplomat/security contractor that's being held in Lahore. What's the situation on the ground like involving that?
Well, Gordon, as I told you before, on which we did a write-up, he's not a diplomat under any condition. He is purely a security person working from a base in Orlando, Florida. And the name that is being given of him, that is Davis, is not his real name. The American embassy is not releasing his real name also. Sometimes the American embassy says he was deployed in Islamabad. Sometimes they say he was part of the conflict in Lahore. If he was in Islamabad, then what the hell was he doing in Lahore over there? And the area where he went, no American diplomat, or for that matter, any diplomat has any business to go in that area. That is a low-income group shopping area, very thickly populated, not frequented by foreigners in that sense, unless they happen to be real tourists who are out there. But nobody from the embassies would ever go there.
So you're saying, Raja, that not only is he not a diplomat, that his passport had the wrong name on it.
That is exactly true. The American embassy is not prepared to release his real name. His real identity is being kept as a secret.
Then he's a secret diplomat. I've never heard of a secret diplomat before. Interesting status. Ken, are you back with us?
I am for the moment.
Okay, let's let you run for a second here. The issue of potential Israeli action in Sinai. Is anyone talking about this openly in Gaza today?
Well, I spoke to some friends here, and they didn't seem to think that was all too likely. I did speak to actually the foreign minister as well, and attempt this, and he also didn't at least he didn't let on that he thought that was a real possibility. So it's impossible for us to say. I always look at the world through a filter if I want to try and understand what's going on. And I get out of my normal sane human being status and get into the perspective of a tyrant and a psychopath. And when I look at it through that filter, anything's possible. And certainly the Israelis could launch into Sinai and carry on the Greater Israel project. And, there's not stop them from doing that. However, the consequences would be, I hope, quite severe. And it would mark the end of the Israel project. It would accelerate that process, which would, I think, for all of us, know the reality of the apartheid that is Israel.
And
we can't stop. We can't stop very powerful entities and psychopaths from doing a lot of things. But what we can do is use their own momentum against them. If they want to try and do something like that, I'm pretty confident that the world is gonna take that as a very serious and bold move that requires us to unite against it.
Well, Ken, one of the things, Ken and Raja, one of the things I don't think the American public, and I'd like to hope we're talking to more than the American public, but has looked at is how much the Israel's position and how it has driven the Middle East conflict has been dependent on the complicity not only of Mubarak's government, but the government in Jordan, two governments that are not going to survive with the resignation of the cabinet in Jordan today. Let's speak of it as it really is. The government fell in Jordan today. And the very low potential that a government amenable to Israel's policy is going to be able to remain in Egypt with those two flanks that were covered not just by non-threatening entities that were subject to peace accords, but two countries who were secretly highly complicit with Israel. With them gone, the security situation of Israel is going to be entirely different, and we're not saying a legitimate threat, that their ability to extend a crushing hand over the Palestinians in both Jordan, Gaza, and further is going to be greatly diminished. This is when you talk about psychopaths, this is what I'm wondering about, because their ability to put the boot on people is pretty much going to be gone when their surrogates are gutted, and their surrogates are being gutted right now. Thank you for coming on with us.
Thank you, my brother. You take care.